Okay, today this is a MB-02 and we will guide you through removing the stock trigger box and reinstalling a new one. The tools that you will require is a hammer, a standard flathead, and the bag of tools that came with your gun. First off, you want to open up the bag of tools, take out the standard Phillips and the large Allen wrench. To start out with, you want to grab your MB-02, flip it on its barrel. To start out with, there are 3 things you need to remove. One is a Phillips and 2 Allen heads. You want to start off by removing the Phillips. Once you have these 3 removed, you can go ahead and split the barrel from the stock. If this piece came out, just leave it onto the side. We will reinstall that later. Now you will notice that here is the original trigger box. This thing is mounted on with 2 Phillips screws, one over here and the other one over here. But first off, let's remove this locking pin that secures the spring back. What you want to do is grab your flathead, rest it right at the very bottom, and with using your hammer, you want to gently tap it. Now that this is removed, go ahead and place that on the side. Start removing both Phillips screws. While removing these screws, be careful of these washers. Once you have gone ahead and removed both screws, you can pull out the original trigger box and grab the replacement. All you need to do is make sure that you line up the holes to where they were originally. Then you go ahead and grab your 2 Phillips screws and start reassembling. Once they are both secure, now you want to reinsert this pin. To reinsert this pin, make sure the lever is in the up position. Slide it right in. Grab your Allen key, put it at the very top, and with using a hammer, hammer back in until it is in its original position. You want to go ahead and pull it back, put it forward, and give it a test fire. Once that has been done, you can go ahead and reassemble the upper receiver and the lower receiver. Back on this piece, if you had this black plastic tube that came out, it's actually tapered. So one is shorter on one end and the other one is larger. You want to grab the short end and stick it into the bottom hole. it will sit in there snugly. Go ahead and grab the upper receiver and the lower receiver. Now here's the tricky part. There is a metal piece right here that needs to hook onto the very bottom where the trigger guard is. To do this, you want to go ahead and align it. Have the trigger go through the trigger guard hole. While doing that, you want to push on the bottom of the trigger guard. This will raise it up a little bit. Allowing you to hook on that metal bar onto that plastic piece. Once that has been done, now you just want to go ahead and install all 3 screws. I would start off by putting back in the Phillips. Now you're left with 2 screws. The longer one will go towards the middle of the gun. And the short one will be at the very top. Once everything has been reinstalled, everything should be tight, and your trigger box should be working.